Okay, Brett, start the recording, and maybe I'll let you do a quick introduction, and we'll turn it on.
Well, you kind of introduced yourself there because I'd already started recording, but
oh, that's okay.
Welcome everybody to our Wednesday night Team Gets Results call from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Our host this evening, Don Carson.
Perfect. Well, you know what, Brett? It's an interesting Wednesday for me, looking at the date, because for many of you, you probably don't realize this is a 5-year timeline for me to be talking to you about this incredible home-based business, this opportunity with Valentis, and this journey that my wife and I have had entering this space of network marketing on a more regular basis. You know, it's interesting when you look at this industry, many people over the last 30, 40 years dip their toes. They dip their toes in and out. They never really network marketed. They basically tried it, didn't, make results. So they said, nah, it wasn't for me. And there's a lot of people like that in the world. But, the last 5 years have changed that. The journey that I've been on, I've seen completely different mentality, because 25 years ago, I had entered into this space and enjoyed it, but never really saw it as a career, never really saw it as something that I could do long term. And when I really re-entered this 5 years ago, what caught my attention was the way the world was changing. And as I've kind of rehashed in my mind here this last 5 years, I've realized that Valentis has set the groundwork for the next 5 years with that block of time that I've been here. And during that block of time, I'll be honest, I've made, as a couple, my wife and I have made very good money in this opportunity, but there's a lot of people that have focused and really spent the time it takes to be able to build their teams for the long term. And, they've made ridiculous money. And we're not going to give you income claims or anything, but, we see stories of people buying houses around the world now in Valentis. We see stories of lifestyles dramatically changing from a salaried employee to somebody who is now traveling and doing Zoom calls from a boat in the middle of the Caribbean. And all of those things are inspiring. And I think about, the next 5 years, and I think about the platform that we all have to work with, and it excites the heck out of me, because Valentis itself, has been a baby step journey to have the infrastructure ready for the next 5-year block of time. So my 5-year anniversary to be here, I couldn't be more excited about the fact that many years ago, I wrote in my diary, which I've never shared, but I've always talked in terms of about 5-year blocks in my life and the journey that I've been on, the 5-year journey. What am I going to do this next 5-year block? And I'm proud of the last 5 years, but man, am I excited about the next 5 years. And as I think about that statement, I want to tell you that, you're here, for those of you that are guests on this call, never heard anything about this business before. You're here looking at a company that is maturing before our eyes, a company that's debt-free, a company that started 6 years ago, but it's done over $1. I like to use this analogy. It's done, $1 a second in revenue in those 6 years. When you look at the 200 million it's done, and it's setting its sights on doing 200 million in a year, which you can only imagine, if you were to imagine what that revenue line would be in this next 5 years per second. Well, you've got a chance to participate in a comp plan that could pay you half of whatever the company generates throughout an organization of people and a team that you choose to work with. And as I say that, I'm somebody who can honestly say is proud as heck of what we have for a team, but I can only imagine what the team will do from the stories that I'm hearing, from the calls I'm getting and the referrals I'm seeing, the 3-way calls I'm doing, the things that I'm hearing coming out of the international market, even our friend Jackie and her efforts internationally, and Don and his efforts locally now to expand his business. It's just fascinating when you put your head in front of this opportunity today and imagine where you will be 5 years from now. And that's the goal of this message tonight. Where are you today? Are you happy with where you are today? Where would you like to be 5 years from now? Because this is my 5 years anniversary. yes, I like where I am, but I want to see where I can go 5 years from now. So as I say that, can you imagine a company that when I started that had 4 products now has 23? I learned this week of a category of product that is going to be coming to this company that will absolutely take the revenue line and probably double it in a 6 months to a year period. Why I say that to you is because I thought what we just released with the NCD, which is just getting shipped and starting to stock in the warehouse, which is our zeolite product, and our thermal perk, which again this week I have heard reviews. I physically have not tried it, but even Dave himself said he's lost 9 pounds. I've heard story after story of people saying that it's kind of like if I could go back to my adventures in the early days where I'd say, man, I just felt like I didn't want to eat or I wasn't hungry and the weight would fall off. I'm hearing that all over again. And I thought, wow, the revenue is going to go through the roof. But then I heard again of what's coming. And I went, are you kidding me, Dave? Like, we haven't even launched this right now. And you're telling me this is what we're going to enter into for a category? And he said, like a kid in a candy store, I'm not stopping until we hit 1 billion. And so when I think of that statement, I think back to the time I sat at a table in Kelowna, BC. The very first leadership group that came together for Valentis was in Kelowna, BC back in September of 2015. And my wife and I were there. We didn't even know we were one of the leaders. We were diamonds, but we didn't know that we were considered to be a leader. That was 5 years ago. And when I think of that statement at the time, I remember Dave Jordan, who I was just meeting, sitting across from me and him understanding who I was and me understanding who he was. And I sunk my teeth into the 5-year journey. And I said, okay, I'm going to do this for 5 years, Dave. I didn't tell him that, but that was my commitment in my diary that I'm sharing with you all tonight, that I would spend 5 years because the man inspired me with his dreams and goals of doing something different in the network marketing industry. And his approach is to make this a distributor's company where the distributors have a chance to succeed without having to worry about a greedy owner to change compensation plans. And I've seen it. I've witnessed that over 5 years. So I wanted to share that with all of you because that's heartfelt. That's truth in the greatest form. My 5-year diary now is crossed over, and I've just written in my diary, I'm here for another 5 years. So what am I going to do for 5 years of my next journey with Valentis? Well, I got to help more people make $500 more often because this business is predicated on cash flow. This business is predicated on good products, yes, a wellness journey. And as many of you said, you know, I want to just, you know, get the pain to go away, or I want to lose some weight, or want to this, or want to that. And what's interesting is that people will ask you when you start getting results, so what are you doing? Well, you're going to see that more and more over the next 2 and 3 and 4 months of the results that are going to cause a stir like it did in the early days of my journey. But now the difference is I have a team and you have a team and you have people that are going to help you grow. And when I first started, it was a team of 1, me and my wife, Nancy, 2. And we didn't know where to go. And now as we launch our next 5 years, I'm so thankful that I have all of you to say, hey, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to have so much fun for the next 5 years committing on this journey. So I want to share my thoughts on cash flow. The Valentis business is in a summary, in the most small form I can give you. It's a debt-free opportunity that is not stopping until it hits $1 billion. I've seen behind the curtain. I know Dave's commitment. I've heard it over and over again from the leadership. This is not stopping until it hits $1 billion. It's not a shiny object. I say that because there's so many people that see a shiny object and move on to an opportunity, but they end up coming back to the real, you know, future big story, which is Valentis. Okay? So with that said, let me just share my thoughts on this comp plan by sharing my screen with you and really kind of digging into the plan here. We created this slideshow a few weeks back. So let me just bring this up here to the start. Hang on here, animation slide. Can you see that, Brett? Thumbs up. Yes? Okay. And let me go back up to set up the same custom slide from the current slide. We're going to go right there. Okay. So, you know, we are part of this kind of wolf pack, right? We really are. We've got this acronym that we're kind of looking at as a team sort of acronym, which is, hey, what are we really after here as a wolf pack? Well, wealth, opportunity, lifestyle, and freedom. And if you think about that message, we've got to get to the point where we can nurture what it takes to get that wealth. And that's why I think you have to think a 5-year commitment. Folks, 5 years goes by in a blink of an eye. I mean, I think about what I was doing here this last little while around my lake home. And I've been in this lake home now 21 years. And when I bought this lake home, it was my dream to own a home on Lake of the Woods. It's 21 years ago. And I'm building a deck today, 21 years later. I'm always doing things. It's 5-year blocks. So it's going to go by quickly. So what are we going to do for the next 5 years? Well, I think if we get this philosophy that we can make money together, if we really get this philosophy that you're really not after hundreds and hundreds, you're after 4. You're after 4 key people, and you want to duplicate those 4 people and help those people make cash flow indefinitely, right? And duplicate that. If you really think about that, that's the concept of a wolf pack. That's the concept of together us actually, creating this momentum through an action of being in this group setting and working with smart goals and really understanding what a goal is and what you've got to do in your goal setting to really understand what a smart goal is. You've got to make sure that there's something you can reach. Don't think you're going to be a blue diamond tomorrow. Even, Don, and your goals recently of diamond setting. I mean, realistically, what would be wrong with being a diamond by the end of September, and then a double diamond by the end of December, and then a triple diamond by June of next year, and then a blue diamond by the end of next year? Nothing wrong with any of those goals. But what happens is people tend to look at the network marketing industry and they don't realize it's a real business. Real businesses take years to break even. And many of them go bankrupt because they can't afford the investment to sustain that business. But in network marketing, it's such a small amount to earn a paycheck here that some people think that it's too easy. And so they realize that if it's easy to start, it's easy to quit, and they lose focus. So what I want you to understand is the world is full of what you see on this chart right here. The world's full of debt right now. I mean, people are buying more stuff right now because interest rates are low, but that might backfire one day. There are some growth things going on, but man, there's a lot of seniors working right now to try to just stay ahead and maybe keep food on the table. And it's unfortunate that most people's plan right now is a life plan of work because they'll never be able to retire. But what we want to do is we want to figure a way to help people and move them along and pick them up, right? That's our goal as a team of wolves, right? The wolf pack. That's what we want to do. We want to take people and say, look, I'll agree to do this, you'd agree to do that, and together we'll agree to do something. We're going to be a storyteller together. Let me tell the story. You bring the people, I'll tell the story. Don't you be the storyteller, let me be the storyteller, but let's show you how to do that in a way that's enthusiastic, confident, and let the person really understand that this is about making money and helping your family's lifestyle change. Because if they can get some cash flow into their world, their lives will change, because the system of cash, absolutely, in the most simplest term, takes a commitment for you to earn it. It takes action for you to get it. It takes all of us have a network to be able to help you build that through social media and the things that you can do with trade shows and everything. But ultimately, it's the help you're looking for. I mean, I just started working with a new partner, in my team, and the biggest thing he said to me was he's never had support in an upline before. Well, if I don't support him, I drop the ball. So for you guys, you've got to support your teams, because for them to have cash flow, that cash flow, if they do this right, is going to help them in all of these areas of their lives that are listed there, right? Their health, because they can afford to buy better things, better food, better quality, don't eat too much processed stuff. I can afford to buy something a bit more lean that might cost more money. Money does that. Friends attracted to you, right? The home you're in, all of the things that come from that come together for you to get a roadmap to diamond. And that's what I want to hit on now, is our roadmap. What are we going to do together in this wolf pack? Well, this is the most basic form that Kim Booth came up with, which is very good, that just said, look, step 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is what you want to do to get the diamond, right? You've got to get yourself to the ruby level or the emerald level out of the gate. You've got to get a ruby pack or a builder pack. Why? Because it gets you in a duplicatable fashion to get up the ladder, what we call legacy qualification, which I'm going to show you. But ultimately become a builder, and then let's go find 3 people so you can get legacy qualified. And then you're going to triplicate that because you're going to help all your people get legacy qualified. And that volume will help you become a structured emerald. If you become a structured emerald, you'll be on your way to becoming a diamond. Be personal emerald structured, and you've got the volume building, right? So as we look at that, this is the concept that we want to keep pushing forward. And this concept is, could you talk to 36 people in the next 12 months? Absolutely you could, right? If you think of the basics of what network marketing is, it's 6 people to get 1 good person sometimes. You know, it's talk to 6 to get 4 to say I like it, 2 to say I'm going to try it, 1 to say I'm going to go for it, right? And if you can get
Hey, Don,
yes.
sorry to interrupt you. We're only seeing the first slide, so I just wanted to jump in here.
Oh, come on.
Hit the enable editing at the top there. You could see enable editing right above the plan.
Where? I'm going down here. You mean you're telling me that you've not seen any of these incredible slides?
None. We've seen the first. I messaged you and you hadn't responded. I thought, well, he's winging it.
No, well, maybe it worked out anyways, but let me see if I can find it.
All good.
Right.
All good,
Share
bro.
my screen. So if I go to the screen right here, you telling me you cannot see this right now? Are you ready to step up? You can't see that.
I can see that now, but I'm also seeing the whole work sheet. Like I'm seeing all the slides on the side. You're not sharing the whole slide. Go to the from current slide.
There you go. You can see that, right?
There. Now it's working.
Okay, sorry. Well, I'm actually at this point now to talk about the money anyways. I think we're okay. So this makes home-based business even better because, pardon the expression, shit happens. Now, with that said, you know, if you really think about this basic step 6 that Kim created, you know, this is what we're going to build our business off of, right? You know, get that builder, help them get 3, get them legacy qualified, triplicate that by getting all those 3 people to get 3 to get them legacy qualified. That will create the volume for them to be emerald, and so you get structured emerald status and you move up to diamond. Now let's dig in a little deeper. If you could get this concept right here of the 6 to get 1, 36 people. And what I'm going to suggest you to get a diamond in your team is it'll probably take 36 people that we bring into the system. And here's why. I don't want to scare you, but it is a numbers game. Not everybody's going to do this. So if you get 6 people to say, I like it, but 1 starts, out of those 1 people that actually join you, my gut says that you're going to do that 6 more times. And out of those 6 people, you'll get a diamond. So it's a funnel effect. We're trying to get people to, now don't get me wrong. A diamond's going to make more than $300 to $500 a month. I'm sorry, the people that are going to come in and join your business, part of the 36 people, are going to make some money. A diamond's going to make more to move you up the ladder. Your goal is to get 4 diamonds so you can move up the ladder in Valentis. Now, if you think about that, look at the simplicity of getting your money back. If somebody said to you, well, listen, I'm going to come in with a builder pack $575, how can I get my money back? Well, here's the beautiful part, as Jackie Boyles often said, not only do you get your money back, but you got great wellness products to help you get your health back. Because if you get a $575 pack and you sponsor 3 people, you're going to get $100 per pack. So that's $300 back. And then you're going to get a bonus of a share if you do that all in 1 month, which is about $200. So there's $500. And now you're basically in a position that if you sponsor 1 more, you're in the money. You're in the money, but you still got the products. You're still working with the products and getting your results to share your story. So what we're doing is this chart. This is the system we're working on, right? What we're trying to do is teach people how to teach others to teach to duplicate. If we can duplicate this process, you can build your teams. Because it's not just about signing people up and saying good luck. It's about telling them what it is you did to get them started, and then showing them how to show the people that they want to get started, how to introduce them, and then teach them how to do this so they can try it on their own. And then often that's all they need to duplicate. So we're teaching them through a process of telling them, showing them, and teaching them how to try this over and over and over again through a duplication. Okay, I call it tell, show, try, do. That's what I like to call it. And this chart actually reverses those words, but that's fine. But if you look at this concept here of talking to 6 people to get 1, and if you did that through 36, my gut says over the next 4 years, you could have 4 diamonds and be at the top of our plan. What would be wrong with that in year 5, being at the top of our plan? That's a nice, legitimate goal to look at. That's a smart goal. A diamond a year for the next 4 years, 4 diamonds, you're now at the top of our plan, build your volume, and you're on your way, okay? So all we're doing to do that is learning how to invite people to look. And we have a great share app to do that, but don't invite too many people on one team or the other. Do this. Put 2 on your left and 2 on your right. We used to say 3 to the tree. Then we used to say put 1 to the tree and 3 to your own side. The concept is going to be whatever you want to do, but if you were to duplicate this number again here, and you bring 2 people on your left, and now commit to help those 2 people on the left both get 2 on their left and their right, your numbers will explode if you follow this chart of telling them, showing them, and going through the depth. That's the magic of network marketing. You can't just sign them up. You've got to commit to work with them. And as you do that, they'll be seeing a plan, they'll realize they're not alone, and they'll just start doing as we just showed you, bringing people into the funnel. 6, 4, 2, 1 will come out and be able to do it. So that's, now don't get me wrong, just because they don't go to the one being able to do it doesn't mean they're not happy. Those 6 people got products, they love them, they're losing weight, they're feeling great. 4 people are making a little bit of money, 2 people are making a little bit more. It's all good. Nothing's wrong with not having all 6 be diamonds, but not everybody's going to commit. It's a commitment because those packs cost money, right? But what I'm saying to you is show them how to get their money back. And how you do that is by showing them the value of how much it is to buy those products in bulk. Look at the savings you have. It's the same price for one, but if you go to 3, 6, 16, or 36, the prices drop, the percentage is off. So now you're only paying $39 a unit rather than $59. That makes a difference when you're marketing them and selling them and showing it. So just understand that the bottom line is volume. Everything you do, every purchase that happens in your team creates volume. And all you want to do is first and foremost help your new person get their money back. How are you going to help them get their money back? Commit to help them get their first 4, 2 on the left and 2 on the right. You do that, you know what 4 gives them for money? $700. Because they're going to earn $200 in the 4th person. And here's why. Because the first 3, they earned $100 each on. Yeah. The 4th person, they get a legacy bonus. And that's why I can tell you they can make approximately $700 because the share can be worth anywhere from $100 to $200. And the share comes from every 3 business builder or above that you sponsor in a calendar month. So that's why I can say to you that you can earn $500 pretty quickly just on bringing in 3. But when you bring in your 4th, that's a $200 further check to you. So our goal is 4. And then don't stop there. Help your team bring in their 4. And if you do that, the coded bonus will carry on Chris, who's the 4th person I'm sponsoring here, on through Tim, Sam, and Pam. I'm going to earn the second $100 on Tim, Pam, and Sam. Chris will earn $100, but I will as well. And infinitely on Tim's business and now John's business as it drops down, it's a commitment that I'm going to make to Chris to help Tim because I'm not done on the 4th level because I'm still helping them. Tell, show, try, do. Don't give up. 4 levels deep. Digging in there and helping them because you still earn a legacy code. That's how you work our plan. Work the legacy code. The volume will help from the consumption. And you'll move up the ladder because of consumption. But what I understand more and more about our plan is that as people make more money with our plan, you get percentages of what those team members are earning. So if you look back on this chart, look at how much a diamond earns maximum per week, $2,000 on what we call a cycle bonus, right? $2,000 US per week. Well, your matching check, if I look at you or Pam on the first person on my left, and Pam, I'm going to earn 20% if I'm her sponsor of $2,000, which is $400, right? But what if I help Pam by committing to help her get to double diamond? Because I committed to Pam to help her get her 4, 2 on the left and 2 on the right, and helped her new people because I get 15% on them anyways, get their 4, 2 in the left, 2 in the right, and help their 4 get 2 in the left, 2 in the right. Well, I get 10% on them and help their 4 get 2 in the left and 2 in the right. Well, I get 5% on them matching bonuses. But here's the point about Pam I want to make to you tonight. Pam goes to 4,000 now. You get 20% of 4,000 now. Why wouldn't you want Pam to go to Double Diamond? It's the first plan I've seen where you're encouraged to help your team get better and bigger than you, because the matching checks go up as your team members' checks go up. As they move up in rank, the amount of earnings they can earn goes up, so your percentage stays the same, but it's on a bigger percentage of a number. I love that about Valentis, okay? So stick to this philosophy, folks. It's not a sign-up game. It's not a salesman selling product and over and over and over and over and over and go find 50 more people. I had team members that did this. When I went to Blue Diamond originally with my wife, Nancy, we focused on the left side. We helped people get 3 and help them get 3, help them get 3. And the volume started to grow. And some of my biggest recruiting team members earned good money, more than us actually, in the first 2 months. But then their checks disappeared because they stopped recruiting and they didn't learn the concept of duplication. They didn't learn how to go deep and cause a fire to burn up. The real money is down below you. You've got to get your head around the fact duplication is the magic of the big earning. Not just 2 people, but 4 people. 2 on your left, 2 on your right. If you do that and you duplicate that throughout your team, you can have 5,000 people in your group before you know it, because you've duplicated success. Now, in the early going, you'll say, man, I'm a Ruby. I can only make, 200 to 600 bucks a month. And, I'm excited. Gosh, you know how much money that is? If you could earn $500 extra a month right now for the rest of your life, would you do it? Absolutely you would. Take $500 off of the money you have in the bank and see which kind of interest you're earning on a monthly basis. Man, you'd have to have $250,000 to $300,000 in the bank on deposit to earn $500 a month interest. It's just silly. As you move up the ranks, your earning potential moves up the ranks, right? So what your goal is to help more people make $500 more often and help them duplicate that so the volume increases. Then the volume increases, they move up to the diamond level, their earning potential goes up, and your percentage of matching bonuses go up. It's all connected. It's a magic, the card bonuses and everything else, but it all starts here. My newest member that I'm working with now, Jay, I told him today, get the Share app. Get it done, and let's go to work. Because this is duplicatable. Systems duplicate. You can send out a link. You can send out a video and teach people what you sent. And the compensation plan's all here. Don't be an expert on the compensation plan. Don't be an expert on all our products. Don't be caught up in all of the knowledge of everything that is here. Be like I was, an industrial arts teacher. And I was. Back in the day, I taught school. I was an industrial arts teacher. I knew a little bit about a lot of things, but I didn't know a lot about anything. That's what an industrial arts teacher is. They're not an expert woodworker, but they can make a birdhouse, right? You've got to think that way. Be a person who understands a little bit. That's what the app will do for you. It'll teach you how to send out things. And when somebody says, well, what do you send? Well, then show them an app, what you sent. It'll be right there for you. Now, this global business is not going to stop, folks, with or without you. So I've put myself in a position now to make a big announcement here in the next 3 or 4 weeks. And what I'm going to do with that announcement is going to be, for me, revolutionizing my business. But I want you to understand that I'm focused on growing the Valentis story around the world globally. So I feel that this statement that I'd like to help you, and I believe everybody on this call would like to help you, and I believe everybody that comes into your business should say the same thing about every member they bring in. I'd like to help you, right? That's the STOP philosophy. And then each and every one of us are going to have to say this, listen, I'd like to show you what I'm doing that's working if you'd like me to, but I'm not going to tell you and demand that you do anything, but I'll show you if you want. I think that's part of our STOP philosophy. And I think that if we all teach others to do what we're talking about tonight, I think you can have some success to duplicate. And as long as you understand that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme, and it's a true business that's going to take you some time, I believe you're going to have some success here. And you can prosper. That's the P in the STOP, right? You can. But it all comes down to being a team, a group of people that come together to initiate and understand what it's going to be, to build this group together. The products are great, but gosh, you want to make some money? Let's start focusing on making money, the business. Let's start understanding how to help more people make $500 more often, or at least say, hey, I'll tell you what I'll do. You buy a business builder pack, and I'll show you how we'll get all your money back, and you'll have free product right now that you can have for the next 4 months. 16 products that you can use 4 of for the next 4 months. Does that sound good to you? Yeah, that makes sense. And guess what? There's going to be people along the way that are going to be telling you, what are you doing, man? You got more poop in your popper. You seem to be losing weight. You got a smile on your face. Your wrinkles are going away. Seems like you're walking without a crooked back. What's going on? And those people are the ones that we're going to get in our 6421 funnel. That's it. 36 people in the next 12 months to build a diamond. I believe each and every one of you can do it. And together we can make this happen. That's the philosophy of this wolf sort of thinking: wealth, opportunity, lifestyle, freedom. That's the philosophy of, let us show you the magic before. You got to be ready for it, but you can't stop right now. You've got to get your health, your whole mentality around, let me stop the share here, that it's going to take 4 people to take you to the top of the planet. That's our goal. So let's go find those 4 together and put 2 in your left and 2 in your right. And I'll promise you right now, many of you have a couple of them. Many of you think you have the right ones. So we may just let them continue to do what they're doing. But what would be wrong with 2 or 3 of the current people you have suddenly getting your attention to help them go and get 4 people, 2 in the left, 2 in the right, and then digging down with them to earn the volume they need? So a couple of people, Dawn, I'd like to bring you off mute right now. I think I've got control here. Dawn, just a quick thought process. Brett, can you unmute Dawn? He's still muted. Hang on a second here.
Not everybody push the buttons all at the same time.
Okay, so we got Dawn unmuted. Not yet. There we go. No. Why is he not unmuting?
Give me a sec.
Pardon everyone. And by the way, thanks for giving me the time on my 5th year anniversary to share my thoughts around my next 5-year goals written down in my diary. Tonight. Can't unmute him. Well, Brett, why don't you share your thoughts on what I just said here, because you've been here for 5 years now too.
Yeah, for sure. I was thinking about it actually. I just returned from a trip up north. I was gone with Andrea for 5 days. We've never had that opportunity before, and it really highlighted, I think, where my journey's been for the last 5 years. We originally started here, purely on the money. I have no experience in network marketing, never been part of a company before. This is my very first company that I joined, and it's thanks to you, Don. And when you sent me that message back in the day, it was in August of 2015. I had no idea what the heck I was doing, but I'm sure happy that I hitched my wagon with you, and I've come across some lifelong family, that I get to talk to on a regular basis here within the Valentis group. But it's not only just that. It originally started as the money, then it grew to, I became a product of the product. Really helped me with my health, losing close to 50 pounds and maintaining that now for 5 years. Not only myself, but my whole family, my dad, my brother, my wife, my kids, all of us just really enjoy and have many benefits from all the products. And it's pretty exciting. Like Don, you brought up 4 products when we started, and now you got me really thinking about what's coming here with this new SKU that's coming. But man, it's it's a long-term investment for our family, and we hitch our wagons with good people. We believe we have a great foundation of people right here within our organization, and we're just going to go out there and we're going to allow them to live their dreams and build. And I'm continuing to do that. Who would have ever thought that all of August I basically am spending doing what I love, which is fishing. I know it's
Still get paid
crazy.
every Friday.
I know this beard's driving Don crazy, but you know what? When you're out in the wind and you're going across on the lake and it keeps
Shave it
you
off.
warm and
I'm just bugging you. Hey, it's been fun, buddy. We've done a lot of fun things traveling here, and I see I got Don unmuted now. We'll bring him off. Looking forward to the next 5 years with you and with Andrea and the family. It's been a lot of fun.
awesome.
Hang on, Don. I think I had you unmuted, and then now you're muted again. What the heck? Go figure. And you unmute? He was there. He was unmuted. He was about to talk. Go figure. Come on. No, sorry guys. It's not to be. Well, it looks like we're going over our limit here. We usually try to go 35 minutes, and I can't seem to get my good friend. Oh, there you go. Don, you're unmuted.
Yes.
Great journey so far, my friend.
Yeah.
Looking forward to what you got in store. So, how excited are you?
Okay. Yes. It's Don Gregasin here from Winnipeg also. When I first attended the meeting at that small room in the restaurant, there are more or less about 20 people. And you know what? I was so excited. Why? I'm the only Filipino in the crowd. And I said, yes. But the problem is, I did nothing for the last 4 years. I did nothing for the last 4 years. I just ordered the products. Little that I know that the points are accumulating on the other side of the business. I'm a senior citizen. I'm a driver instructor. And on the first week of July, went home tired, hungry, and angry. Why? Because I teach 2 people, 62 years old and 55 years old, who've never been behind the wheel in their life. So figure that out. So I was mad. I was sitting in the back of my house in almost in tears. Why am I doing this? And then, and I said to myself, I'm bigger than this. I'm better than this. And then I think about Don Carson and Balentos. And so the next day I texted him and I told him, I decided to go all out and all in with Balentos. And we met, and he mentored me, and I told him I am a diamond by end of August. But I think I'm shooting the stars, knowing what I have. My bullet is only could only reach the moon. So I don't care as long as I move from what I was to what I am right now and what I'm gonna be for the next 2 or 3 months. I know I'm going to be a diamond director. So I promise myself I will do what it takes to attain and reach the object of the purpose of my life. That I have been cast, it's already molded. I step over the line. I'm out of my comfort zone. I cross the bridge, and I will not, and I burn that bridge behind me. Okay? The decision has been made. I won't look back. I won't let up. I won't slow down. I'll not back away. I cannot be bought. I cannot be compromised. I will not be detoured, lured away, eluded, or delayed. 2 days ago, somebody came to my house and offered me something. I told him, if you want, you can join me, but I will never join your company. And he was mad. I told him I will be a diamond director with or without you. So,
That's a commitment.
So I will not flinch in the face of sacrifice. I will not hesitate in the presence of adversity, because I'm committed to achieve my goals and dreams for myself and for my family, for my health. And I will help all the people that I recruited in their downlines to have that, financial freedom. So folks, don't give up. It's Don Gregasin here from Winnipeg. Thank you.
You are a rock star, my friend. Thank you for sharing with your heart. That was awesome. Appreciate that. It's funny, when I listen to you speak, I can see you just getting so fired up with your goals. So looking forward to hitching my wagon and helping you grow, my friend. It's going to be a fun journey.
Thank you.
Elaine, we've still got some time here. If I can unmute you, I'll try to unmute you. I'm trying. There you go. Elaine, you got a minute? You want to share about your thoughts on the 5 years that at least you've seen this journey that I've been on now, and my wife, and you know, what are you thinking? Can you give us 5 more years of commitment?
Oh yes. Otherwise, I would have been gone by now. I still, yeah, because I've been here, like, and thanks for making me follow Don. Like, oh my goodness, he's awesome. Anyhow, yeah, I started 3 years ago just because I was overweight. And the only reason I knew I was overweight is because when my husband and I were on a teeter-totter, he couldn't get me off the ground. He was up in the air. So that's how I knew I had to lose weight, because there's no way I should be heavier than my husband. So I went on for the products, and I started as a business builder because I could see the potential of the earnings of the income. But because I am working still, I just did this very part-time, just told people, but never followed up. So it's always, in the follow-up is the fortune, like they say, and it is the truth. And so I'm still doing it just on the side, but I'm wanting to get rid of my mortgage business. I'm an at-home mortgage officer, and I just don't want to do the people that way anymore, because it's just too much trouble. Whereas this is something new and exciting for me to do, and I feel wonderful on the products. So yeah, I will never quit the business, even if it's just for the products. I'm making enough to pay for my products, and now it's just up and forward.
Well, you know what? I know I've watched you come out of your comfort zone on different lives. You know, I'm inspired by you. So looking forward to the future, my friend. Partnering with you and helping you, Elaine. So don't be afraid to call on me anytime you need me. I'm here to do 3 ways or whatever, right? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, well, listen, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the call, the concept of our 5-year sort of call. More to come, more exciting news to come. Brett, thanks for sharing. Dawn, thanks for sharing. And as always, Jackie, thank you again for some of the PowerPoint slides you've created over the last coming weeks. And everyone, we went about an extra 10, 15 minutes, but I thought those were great testimonials. Appreciate it. Brett, I'll let you sign off.
Thanks everybody for joining this evening.